This video is very specific, so I bet if you're seeing the name for the video, that's got you here. Before I get into it, if you have been seeing this channel or it's the first time you're coming, I would request you to follow you, because there's, sorry for my language, shit ton of value that I give on really basic but important things in life, trying to make it super raw through these videos. So good follow would just encourage me a little bit to push, because I'm trying to post one video every day or every second day. Yeah, okay. So basically, I don't know if I'm in the right position to explain it best, but I'm also in the right position to explain it to you, because I've been through this process myself and it's changed my life in many ways. So just sit with me, sit through it, watch till the end, because there's massive value towards the end. And I'm really going to focus and explain to you why you should go for your first family constellation session. Yeah, okay. Stick with me. I was in Bali the last 4 months. I've been back in Mumbai since a month now. And I got the opportunity in Bali to go for my first ever family constellation session. It was basically this Russian family constellation expert who I met through another friend, mentor, and she was having a session at this cafe, and I was like, okay, like, what is this? Like, I never knew what family constellation was and how it's done and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, like, let's go, let's see what happens and let's experience it, because it's a very, apparently a lot of people don't mean, it's very intimate space, very energetic space. The facilitator has certain powers, healing powers, that they're harnessing to help you and guide you. And yeah, wow, I was mind blown. So yeah, telling you a little bit about it. I was flying to Kuala Lumpur the same day. I got to know that it's happening at 12. I had a flight at 2, so I was like, I have to make this happen. So I packed up the previous day. I was ready to go. I went to the cafe in the morning, grabbed myself a cappuccino, headed up where the constellation was happening. We had people from different walks of life, a lot of different people coming for the session, so we were going to share space with them. And I had no idea what it was. So our facilitator, who was doing a session, was Russian. So my mentor, who was doing it with her, speaks English. So she was acting as a translator for the entire session, which was for around 1.5 or 2 hours. Okay. So she came in and she introduced herself, told her how it's going to be, and I had no freaking idea what I was getting into, but I was like, okay, feels right, it's going to be right for me, let's do it, Hamza, let's do it. So in my best understanding, if I have to explain it, family constellation is basically a modality by which energy healer, I like to call, or a family constellation practitioner or expert uses their energy to truly understand your lineage in a way, like you come from your mother and your father, and usually move the right, it moves the right hand way. So you come from them, and therefore your relationship with them really indicates and tells you, like, in life, where you're gonna go, what's stopping you, and how to sort of heal that inner child in you, and what's there between your relationship or your family constellation that could help you really move ahead in life with it. So that was what it was. I was actually, the topic that day was around business and profession. That's what the family practitioner was feeling, so that's what she offered, and we were like, great, let's do it, because most of us, I think, were entrepreneurs, coaches in the room. So I went first, I think, because I had to take the flight, and I explained to her that this is what it was, and then she replied in Russian and she explained back. So at that time I was building a community known as Strive for Men, who want to sort of get discipline. So it was more of men's coaching, want to get discipline in life, want to execute at high levels, want to stay consistent with their goals, want to turn up for their family and the women in their life, and that kind of stuff. And I shared it, and then obviously what usually happens is, there are different types, I guess, but what happened in that room is you have other people with you. Each person has a particular role to play in the family constellation. The healer will give them a role and then ask them to move around in the room, and then they react in a certain way, and then that reaction is kind of understood by them, or what they say, or when they ask them a question, their answer means something to you in your life. So I'll give you an example. Someone played the role of my mother, someone played the role of my father, someone played the role of my community or the business I was building. And what happened towards the end is, the understanding was that my relationship with, I will not give a lot of personal information out in this, but I'll explain to you what happens is, you have a certain relationship with one of your parents or both your parents, and you need to sort of make corrections in it to kind of let go and move ahead in life. And for me, it was about one parent and how I was not honoring their presence in my life, and how by sort of reworking it and getting closer to them, understanding them, becoming and speaking to them more, reconnecting with them would be the right word. I can really sort out a lot of shit in my own life, and it was very prominent. Like when she said it, I was like, okay, shit, this is like exactly what's happening, and I feel it, and I don't know how to work with this. But she really advised later that this is what you should do. So it was basically like one of my parents I'm super close to, and I have all their habits, and I'm connected with them very deep, and a lot of my qualities come from them. My other parent, obviously, I love them to like right from my chest, and I love them so freaking much, and I can't live without them. But I was not honoring their presence, and because of which this was moving away from me. So it was like I had, at the end of it, I had both my mom and my father behind, supporting me with my shoulder, with their hand on my shoulder. That was the role the other was playing, and my business was right on the side. So it basically meant by honoring both my parents in my life and reconnecting my relationship with one of them, my business will come ahead as well, and then people in my business will recognize me as a leader. I wasn't I wasn't honoring the fact or the leadership that I need to in order to be presumed or seen as a leader by the people coming into my business or my potential clients, if I may say. And this really changed a lot of things for me because I understood the power of something that I didn't know before. And I'm one of the people who's so open to different things and different modalities, and I'm so intrigued by the stuff that happens in the spiritual space that I just dive at everything. And I was like, I have to dive at family constellations, and it was one of the best experiences that could ever come out of it. And I feel like I have not done justice to explaining what happened, because it was an out of body experience, I like to call it, and it changed my life in many ways. And I thank my mentor, and I thank that healer for it, and I send a lot of love and prayer to them. um, yeah, so it takes me back to that moment to really think about what happened, and it makes me emotional. But it was crazy, and the reactions I saw from people, the stuff that came out, there was so many. There was also one situation that I can't really talk about, wherein there was literally the presence of another entity amongst us. Yeah, a lot of prayer and power to that entity as well in the room. But yeah, it was crazy. So if you get the opportunity to go for your first family constellation session, I would really push you to do it. I think it will bring about a lot of change in your life and give you a lot of clarity. That's my prayer for you. Yeah, if you like this video, give it a like, follow the channel for more, and I rest my case. Trust the process. Godspeed. Sending all the love I can.